fight to combat piracy, particularly off the coast of Africa. Shipping insurers are thinking of setting up the world's first private navy of modern times to combat the threat posed by the Somali pirates. Maritime insurance companies have paid out $300 million in ransom in the last 2 years alone. And a lot of the hijackings, well, they're round here. This particular area coming around the coast of Somalia. This is the Gulf of Aden. It's one of the world's main shipping routes, because up the top of that we've got the Suez Canal. In 2010 there have been already 123 attacks, 33 seizures, and the pirates in many cases demand multi-million-dollar ransoms. What does the prospect of the private sector intervening really mean? Let's talk to Graham Gibbon-Brooks, Managing Director of Dryad Maritime Intelligence Service, a private security company, joins me via broadband from Hastings in England. Apology if it's Dryad rather than Dryad, Graham, but tell us a little bit about how this might work.
This isn't entirely unusual. There are many private contractors at the moment who are offering both armed and unarmed security. There are contractors who are providing escort vessels. This move is only unusual in that the insurers have got together in order to fund this properly, and it would appear that they're attempting to interface as fully as they can with the coalition forces, and that can only be a good thing. What we have at the moment is what is an entirely unregulated industry that is using potentially lethal force for gain, and it's unregulated. So this can only be a good thing.
Well, in a sense, I mean, there are parallels to be drawn here between private security firms in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, albeit on land, and private contractors operating out at sea.
Yeah, no, it's exactly the same situation, albeit in a different environment, with the same requirements to regulate. There are still innocent people who potentially could be placed at risk, and so if we look at a vessel with armed private security contractors on board, going through the Bab el-Mandeb, for instance, the normal pattern of life. We're an intelligence company, so this is what we're informing our clients of. The normal pattern of life is that there are fishing vessels in the area. Fishermen look exactly like pirates. You can only tell the difference in their behaviour, and so the potential for innocent fishermen to be engaged instead of pirates is absolutely huge, and any interface and any interaction with the coalition and any regulation can only be a good thing.
Who's going to be part of the crew, do you think, of this? Would it be mercenaries?
Yeah, a mercenary technically is someone that fights for a government, so they're not mercenaries.
And equally a navy is part of a country's military presence at sea. But I mean, we're being a little bit semantic here. I mean, are they going to be ex-soldiers, ex-special forces people, ex-boat captains who have a speciality in fighting at sea?
Sure. I mean, I don't think it is semantic, and the important point here is that we've got a slightly journalistic name of a private navy. Actually, this is exactly the same situations we've got with private contractors with their own escort vessels. So it isn't a navy per se. It's not governed by a state. They have no legal powers for constabulary operations. What they're talking about is protection of individual vessels. It is likely, of course, that if you're going to have we saw suggestions that there would be 20 of these vessels. If you're going to put contractors on board, of course they're going to come from Royal Navy, Royal Marines backgrounds. That is a good thing, because those people are exceptionally well trained. What is missing in the industry at the moment is regulation and an interface with the coalition. There are very good private security contractors out there, both armed and unarmed, but similarly there are those who are, to put it kindly, less experienced. They haven't done their homework, and I think the coalition view is to ignore them and hope they go away, and of course they haven't gone away. And all the time they are unregulated, then there is potential for innocent fishermen to be mistaken for pirates.
Thanks very much indeed, Graham Gibbon-Brooks, talking to us from England.